afternoon, everybody. It's wonderful to be here with you again. This challenge has just been incredible, stretching me, bringing out all the knowledge that I've learnt over the years and putting it all together in a manner that can help other people as well. Thank you for the feedback. Remember to share as you can, because there are people who are living behind closed doors that can't even talk about this stuff yet, and we want to be in a position where we can share the kindness. Hi Nicole! Share the kindness around the world, and that's what live video gives us the ability to do, is spread messages across the world and help people that we may not otherwise meet in person, but we can share our love and lots of other stuff. So today I want to talk to you about dealing with doubt. And it came to me that, how yesterday we were talking about, in order to continue to pursue our dream, we need to have that conviction that we've got to keep putting it forward, putting the conviction of our dream and the commitment to our dream first and foremost before we put all the other stuff first, which makes us self-sabotage. And then I realised today that when we've got that commitment to get either our message out or our business out or to change our life in whatever format, that the first thing that will come up is doubt. And I went, wow, then we need to know how to deal with the doubts that come. Because as Nicole will tell you, from when she first learned to have the courage to press the button to do lives, and listen, everyone who does lives feels the same way, it's the doubts that are just, they can be crippling. And so they can overtake our conviction and our commitment to get ahead and live our lives. Live our lives with a dream and a purpose, and let the plan unfold as we go along. So, with doubt is a feeling of uncertainty or lack of conviction. So we went through a lot of that with the self-sabotage, but what we want to be able to do is have keys in place so that when the doubt comes, we can go, I'm going to nail this, okay? So the first key that I want to share with you is that we need to admit that we are feeling doubt. Now, the reason why is because we want to get it up from the inside of us, out into, we want to expose it and go, I'm having doubts about whether I can do this. And the reason why is twofold. First of all, we've got to admit it. If we don't own it, we can't do anything with it. Second of all, we want to get it out from the inside of us, because doubt on the inside, it creates like this deep pressure that we don't know what to do with. Have you felt that? Have you felt like a real deep pressure when there's doubts there, and it's like your mind gets all fogged? Well, we want to own it. We want to say, I'm having doubts whether I can do this. I'm having doubts about whether I can, Look, one of the most common doubts is when you're just about to get married and you think, can I do this? Trust me. And look, even guys, if we're female and we're married and guy, they can do that. And I'm sure guys, girls, everyone across the world, because we're human, we have these doubts, okay? Now, key number 2 is very important. We want a group of 3 friends with whom you can be authentic. Now, here's the reason why. Without the ability to be authentic, people will put their own agendas on top of you. So they won't remember that we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So authentic friends will sit and listen. And they'll go, okay, and they'll be with you through the snotty tears and, the messy cry. And they're authentic. And you know what? You'll do that for them too. All right? So they're important in these times of doubt, because they support you in being able to feel and let the emotion out. So remember, doubt is a feeling. Number 3, we want to learn to embrace the mystery, not the certainty. When I first heard that said, I was like, oh yeah, no, I've got to have it all under control. Okay, we've got to know which path we're going. But you know what? In the mystery of life is a whole lot of doorways that we would never ever believe could open for us. Ever. So we want to learn to embrace the mystery, not the certainty. And key 4 ties into it. We walk by faith, not by sight. If we only ever did what we could see, then we would have no faith in ourselves. We'd have no faith in the process of life to unfold. We'd have no faith and we'd have no hope. Okay? So we don't want to go down those roads. They're deep, dark roads that a lot of us have been down. But we want to learn to relish in our faith and our ability to learn tools that we can change our life. And look, I've got to be honest with you, in this day and age with Google, there's no reason why we can't Google. I need a tool to help me with my doubt. I need a tool to help me understand if I'm making a right decision, because not only are there lots of psychology articles to help with all the head stuff, there's also lots of spiritual, emotional, financial, relationship articles. There is so much out there that will give you insight that there's no reason not to begin to have faith that you can equip yourself into the next step in your life. Okay? Now, key 5 is fun. Okay? It's not going to sound like fun, but it is fun, all right? Doubt your doubts. When your doubts come up, I want you to challenge them. Okay, so let's take, remember, doubt's an emotion. So let's just say I'm doubting that I can get on here and do live. Well, what you want to do is doubt the doubt and take it to the furthest extreme that you can. Okay? Oh, I'm feeling like I can't get on and do lives, or I'm feeling like I can't get married, or I'm feeling like I'm not a good mum. Right, let's just stop and put the pause button in there, and when you doubt, you're going to go, okay, well, yeah, sure, I'm not a good mum, I'm this, I'm that, I'm abusive, I'm not. And when you doubt the doubt and you take it to its furthest extreme, you get rid of the feeling, and you get rid of the fact that the feeling that you're having of doubt is not true. So think of it this way. When you're getting married, it's normal to have doubts. So you have a feeling of doubt. Am I doing the right thing? Is this going to be a stuff up? And especially those of us that have been married and divorced, we go, am I making the right decision? You know what? You want to go back to self-sabotage videos, and you want to deal with your self-sabotage, but you also want to take your doubts to the other end of the spectrum, because you have a conviction in you that you're doing the right thing when you get married. You understand that it's not just about love, you understand about respect, you've equipped yourself, you've healed from the past, and you know that if you doubt your doubts, it'll take you back to that place of conviction. Well, it's the same with doubts that you have in day-to-day life. Excuse me, Panda wants to join in today. If I'm doubting that I'm a good mum, then I'm going to take it to the opposite extreme, and I'm going to make myself realise that those emotions are not the truth. I am a good mum. I'm doing the best I can today, and I'm not going to let those doubts rule my life. Okay? Not anymore. Okay? Key number 6, through darkness and depression, help others to get out of it. One of the best ways and the most productive ways I found in the darkest time of my life, when I couldn't talk. Yes, believe it or not, there was a time when I couldn't talk, I couldn't remember words to speak. I could barely get out of bed. In fact, the day that I got out of bed 4 times in one day, it was a memory carved in my mind. It was like, oh wow, I did this 4 times in one day. So what I did, because I couldn't talk, and because I didn't have access to all the vocabulary that I do now. I used to get on Facebook, I used to be in secret groups, and I used to type into the groups, like have a conversation in the groups or add my 2 cents worth, or that was my way to help other people, okay? When I couldn't do it in the manner that we're doing now. Now what that did for me, helping other people, was help begin to bring me out of the darkness and see that there was hope. So I didn't have to doubt my ability to be able to move forward. I got rid of the doubts and I'd get up and I'd do something for somebody else. And you know what? There's plenty of people in old age homes who never get visitors. Oh look, there's so many charities that could do with your help to get out of yourself and out of the darkness, that just pick one. And look, I've helped people around the world find charities or volunteer organisations within their area. So if you need help, I'm happy to send you links and find them for you. Get out and do something for somebody else, and it will breathe new life into you, and it will breathe new life into them as well, okay? And key number 7. Live with your conviction no matter how messy. Messy is fertile soil. So think of it this way. When you've got a conviction that this is your dream and you want to get rid of the doubts, remember that it's messy. Okay? Every time we grow through a conviction that this is where I need to be and this is what I need to do, and it's bigger than me and it's going to benefit more than just me, then the soil starts to get messy, because as human beings we like everything. We like ducks in a row, okay? And there's a gazillion reasons why that, and they're as unique as each individual. So what we want to do is remember, as I'm branching out into doing something new, it's going to be messy, because we mess the garden bed of life up, okay? Before you plant any form of plant, funny that, did you ever watch your grandparents plant vegetable plants, etc., etc.? Well, mine did, and they used to, aerate the soil, make it all into nice lumps, like a garden bed, okay, then they were rows. And so the soil was all over the place. It wasn't neat and tidy and flat, okay? It was lumpy and bumpy, and you know what? I had the best tasting tomatoes in the world. Came out of the lumpy, bumpy mess. So I want you to remember, we can put the emotions aside and remember that we're tilling fertile soil when we go into the mess, okay? So we're going to do a fun hashtag today. We're going to do I do mess, okay? Or you can do hashtag replay, okay? And we're going to do mess well. We're going to embrace doubts. We're going to talk about them. We're going to... Hi Sarah, great to see you. Through all the lumps and bumps, we're going to get messy together, and it's going to be fertile soil so that the plants grow and be fruitful. And I think, when I think of the word fruitful, I often think of orchards. You know, orchards where, like farmers' orchards, not just an orchard like my grandparents had, a few fruit trees. I think of a farm full of orchards and how the fruit grows, and it's an abundance. So it's fruitful. There's such an abundance. So out of that messy soil will come an abundance, okay? And so we're going to do I do mess. Absolutely. Yes. Hi, Brenda. Yep, Brenda and Sarah, we're doing mess together. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And look, I've got to be honest, Initially, for me, mess was devastating because years ago I had the whole white picket fence thing happening in my life, and I thought that's all there was to life, was this white picket fence. You know, husband, married, kid, car, did I mention house, job, you know, had all that happening. But when all of that falls apart, you realise that out of the mess will grow in abundance. Life becomes very fruitful. Okay? So we do mess together and we do it well. Oh, Brenda says, honey, I do disaster. Mess just don't work for me. Okay. Fair enough. Brenda, your hashtag today is I do disaster. Okay? You can do disaster as much as you want. But I'm happy to do mess and embrace the mystery, not the certainty. You know, certainty needs to go out the door. Okay, it's a precursor to having doubt come in and put too much pressure on us. Okay, now remember, share away because, well done, Brenda, I do disaster. Share away because there are people whose hearts are hurting and they're doubting their ability to go on. And for some people, they're doubting their ability to go on in life. And none of us want that. You know, we want to reach a world that's hurting, and we want them to know that we love them and we care, and this can just be one tool to help them get back on their path of being committed to making their life better and somebody else's life better, and will grow all the way through it. So share away. If you have any questions or comments, hit them down below. Do your hashtag replay. And I look forward to talking with you again tomorrow. Thank you everyone for joining in. I love having you all here and having a good discussion. It's actually Friday, so fun Friday. Oh, before I go, is anyone watching the royal wedding tomorrow? That's, in Australia it'll be really late at night, I think. 9 p.m. That's not really late, but it's getting late before it starts, so we'll see. See if we're going to sit up and watch the royal wedding together. Anyhow, I must go. Onwards and upwards, and thank you for sharing space, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.